Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with TechTipsToGo. So in today's video, we're going to go over a couple of things. We're going to take a look at Lunar Crush, and we're going to take a look at one of the top 5 altcoins that are in there by the altcoin ranking, which is RSR, Reserve Rights. The second coin that we're going to be doing some price predictions and price analysis and technical analysis using token metrics software is Cardano. And the second and the latest, or the last one, is actually going to be Zilliqa, Zil. So let's get into the video. All right, before we get into the video, just for all of my share fam, all the people in my Tech Tips group channel, shout out to you guys, Monday. Thanks for everyone that's being patient. So, like I mentioned, before we get into the video, Tim Boss had his latest tweets, and just a reminder that November 2nd is Yeah Baby. So if you're not familiar with what's going on in sharing, Tim Boss, the CEO, announced a lot of partnership news and what's coming up with specific dates, with plus or minus, delta for date ranges or specific dates that might, with a possible 1 to 2 day movement on the date. So it might not be exactly today, it might be tomorrow, it could have been yesterday. So anyways, that's what's coming up. As you can see with the lineup, we have November 2nd, which is Yeah Baby, November 4th, which is Hooray Damn, November 7th, which is Smooth, November 9th is About Time, November 11th, Wow Awesome, and the last one, which everyone is waiting for, is November 16th. That is the Holy SHIT. That's incredible. So if you're not familiar with what's going on in sharing, there's a lot of NDAs, a lot of huge partnerships. They've been doing a lot of work in Thailand and in Southeast Asia. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't jumped on the sharing train, I'd not financial advice, but I'd recommend taking a look at it, and take a look at my video called Flowbacks, which is up here. All right, so let's share my screen. Let's get into, let's start off with RSR, then we'll go into Cardano, then we'll go into Zil price predictions, all being used with Token Metrics software. And if you're not familiar with Token Metrics software, if you want a referral link, I do have one below. But what it does is it uses a combination of artificial intelligence and a lot of technical analysis based on 74 data points. So let's share my screen and let's get into it. Okay, hopefully everyone can see my screen. Let's just get into Token Metrics. So here are the dates actually from Tim Boss. You could actually follow him on Twitter. So let's go to Token Metrics and let's look at RSR. Now, if you're not familiar with Token Metrics software, it's a paid subscription. I think mine is it's either $100 or $200. I forgot. I have so many subscriptions for different things that I forgot the price of it. But anyways, over here on the top right over here, you can see that I'm underneath trader or a value investor. So what a value investor is someone who doesn't do a lot of swing trading, doesn't do a lot of day trading. They're kind of set, forget, and hodl and hold. Typically someone that is holding for 8 months to 12 months or longer, or maybe just until we moon. So that is someone who just likes to hodl, sit on their investment, and wait for their altcoins to 100x, right? Whereas the trader, that's someone who's going to rebalance their portfolio every 3 months, day trade, swing trade, etc. Okay, so here we are underneath the reserve rights. Now, as you can see, the overall grade is okay. The technology is 55, fundamentals, technical analysis is 60%. It goes down to a lot of things over here. We could go to price predictions, the fundamentals of the company. So if you're just doing fundamental analysis of the company, this has a lot of great tools, a lot of information here. So you can see, stuff about the team, the initial screening, where tokens sold at 80% discount in prior round. You can see the scarcity, the market standing, the development, the liquidity, right? Top exchanges with the most liquidity, as well as the marketing. Does the website actually get over, 20,000 visitors, etc.? Do they have a large community? Yes. Reputation and the team, etc. Is it more than 10 over here? So then they have their own ratings over here, and you can see, and then the related links. So I like this tool because like I said, in my free Telegram group, I have anywhere from 20 to 40 to 60, depending, like if price is moving or price is dipping, I get 60 messages, especially when things are going down. I get 60 messages a day on my Telegram. And on top of that, I do a lot of one-on-one conversations and portfolio reviews and kind of like fundamental analysis. So if you're interested in like fundamental analysis, you want me to look at your portfolio, just hit me up in the group, our free group, TechTipsToGo. So here, over here, you can look at the technology for reserve rights. The project's technology score is 55.9. And the innovation, the architect. So this is just an overall the score of the code, the architect, you know, how innovative they are, right? Because this might make, you know, your decision in investing into an altcoin like reserve rights. This might weigh heavily based on, you know, are you more of looking for a particular altcoin that is more innovative, you know, has good architecture, and the code, the quality of the code, right, is one important factor that a lot of people look at. So over here, you know, the score is score out of 55. So you can see innovation is 5 out of 11. The architecture is 9 out of 12. The code quality, 11 out of 15. The mainnet, 0. Usability, 2. And then the team, 2 out of 7. And over here, this is for if you're swing trading, because right now we're in trader mode. So this is if you're day trading or even swing trading. You can look at the reserve rights, the bearish, the monthly technical analysis. It's very bullish, 90 right, bullish, etc. So over here, when you're doing a lot of charts with TradingView and you didn't want to do a quick chart, but you wanted to take a look at some quick oscillators like the RSI and the stochastic is, you know, two of the things that I look at a lot. And you can just have a quick glimpse of this and it'll just give you an indication, right, whether it's that it's neutral and that the stochastic is actually bullish. Then you could also look at the EMAs, so the 20, the 50, the 100, or the 200, or even the 9. So the EMA for the 100-day is bullish, and the trends. And also you could look at candlestick patterns. And over here, we start looking at, you know, the opens and the closes. So right now we're pretty red. Now let's look at the price prediction, what everyone is kind of looking for. Other things like correlation, performance metrics. I'll get into that later in another video. So let's look at price predictions. Now we're going to look at the previous 3 months. So all the way from August. So in August, what did we have? And you could actually see the great thing I like about Token Metrics is actually shows you the date and then the accuracy of their predictions. So 84%, 88%, 86%, you know, during these months. So as you can see, in the period of August, they say that they were about an 86% accuracy. And you can see that, you know, the actual price is in red. And then their predicted price was in purple. And as you can see, the trend is pretty decent. So if you were to make an entry position over here, you know, making your assumption that you're going to trade within this channel and you took profit around here, that is pretty good, right? I wish I actually had a simple button for TradingView and then just chart this up right away, right? Because then I could show the actual percentage with a graph. But as you can see, the trend wasn't too bad. Wasn't spot on here, but the trend, it started to follow. And if you actually look at selling here, because it did take a dip, a significant dip of the actual price and the predicted price, it was pretty spot on. So that is actually pretty good. Now, where are they predicting? In November 30th. So right now we are November 2nd. And they're pretty in line. And as you can see, it actually looks like RSR is going to dip down a little lower, stay flat between 0.008 to 0.009 levels, 0.008 at the end of November. Now let's look at the 6 months. Yeah, and they're actually pretty accurate. Very surprised. And as you can see, the next 30 days, so the predicted price for the next 30 days, the end of November, roughly about 0.009. So pretty flat. We might have some spikes, peaks, and valleys along the ways, which we had over the last couple of weeks with RSR. I think we went to 0.015. But RSR, I do not hold RSR, but it's something that I'm looking at getting into. I'm just waiting it for, I'm waiting for after elections, and around the 3rd week of January, I'm probably going to be making a lot of entry points in different altcoins. Okay, so you could actually see the past history. And that's it for RSR. If you want to know more, just leave me some comments below in the comment section. So over here, let's get into the next coin, which is, let's get into Cardano. So ADA Cardano price prediction. Now, I'm not going to go over all of this. I'm going to keep it at trader. I'm not going to get into the technology or the fundamentals because a lot of people already know Cardano. I'll get into the price predictions later. So let's just look at the technical analysis if you're going to day trade this or swing trade it. So it shows that it's pretty bearish. The oscillators for stochastic is bullish. The RSI is neutral. The EMAs, they're all neutral. The 9, the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. And as you can see, the open and the close. The open is 0.0009. And the close is 0.09. So stayed pretty flat. Let's look at the price predictions for Cardano. Now the accuracy for Cardano from September and October, 92%, 94%, 95%, pretty good. Let's look at the 3-month. So over here, that's pretty accurate, pretty good. Not so much on this side. Pretty good, pretty decent. The actual price, predicted price, not too far off, which is great. Meets it here. And there isn't too much of a big delta, you know, between the actual price of 10 cents to the predicted price of 0.096. Very, very close. So within November 30th, at the end of the month, Cardano will be 0.88 cents. Now let's look at the past history. And that's pretty good. Now I like to like I mentioned, I like to use this just because if I'm trading something with a lot of volume, right, I'm not going to chart things up really fast, right? I'm just going to base it not just on this, but I'm going to look at some of their oscillators, their readings, the EMA, if they think it's neutral, it's bullish. Some other things that I'm going to do over here is I'm just going to go over here to ratings, because if I'm swing trading, right, and I've got in my signals and my calls in my charts, right, in my software, what I want to do is I want to look at the 24-hour volume. So I'm just going to sort this by, you know, I want to see 24-hour volume, which is greater than, greater than, and I want to say, let's say, I'm going to say 200 million. Okay, then also what I want to say is I want to sort this just by the top 24-hour volume, right? 24-hour percentage price change, right? With a minimum of 200 million trading volume. Then I could also say on this graph, on this monthly TA trend, I want to only show bullish and very bullish and maybe neutral. So this is what it's showing, right? And you could do a lot of filters in this. So this is the reason why I kind of like pulling this up. But like I said, I like to do this for something like portfolio review. Some people want to invest in like top 10 coins, and I'll have my take. I'll show them this just so they're getting like a look at a different perspective, just not my perspective, but you know, someone else's perspective, and then our group's perspective. So let's get into the last one. Let's get into Zilliqa. First thing that we can see with Zilliqa, I like Zilliqa a lot. I hold Zilliqa, not a big bag, but as you can see, the overall grade is good. Technology is really good, 71%. We all know that Zil has really great technology. The fundamentals, 78%, really strong technical analysis, and that's why I say Zilliqa. I think Zilliqa in a bull run will do really fantastic, really, really well. The exchanges, etc., Binance, OKX, Bittrex, Huboy, and let's look into the technical analysis, and we'll get last into the price prediction. So the technical analysis is very bearish right now, so I wouldn't do anything with that. The oscillators, RSI is neutral, and stochastic is very bearish, and everything else is neutral on the EMAs. Candlestick patterns, bullish, spinning top, and the open and the close, 0.0179. The close 0.017, and the high. So everything is flat. And right now, my strategy right now, when everything is flat, I'm not really doing too much. The only thing, if it's flat, I'm just waiting for dips, fat finger dips, that I can have an opportunity to pick up some of these coins. And I'm not going to do it on Binance. I'm going to do it on these low volume exchanges where you have panic sellers. So that's one strategy that I do use. So let's get into the price predictions for Zilliqa. Between the months of August, September, and October, the accuracy is 89%, 91%, and 86%. Now let's look at the 3-month price prediction and the actual price prediction. So pretty in line. Not so much here. Over here, yes, yes. One thing, I don't look to see if it's actually spot in line, but I kind of look at, like, you know, if you're looking at this as a moving average, trying to see, right, you know, is it following the trend? Because if they had both opposites, if it's going the opposite way, then I would kind of question it. But, you know, the TA and the AI that they use, their algorithm, it's pretty spot on. I like it. And what can we see for the end of November for Zilliqa is looking at 0.0146 at the end of November. Anyways, guys, that is everything for today's video. Like I said, don't miss Tim Boss's dates. November 2nd should be coming today, maybe tomorrow, but follow those dates. Keep an eye in it. If you haven't looked at it, if you haven't watched my video about Flowbacks, I'd recommend taking a look at the video up here on Flowbacks. And that is everything for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.